Hey y'all, this is a video about fixing an issue with the tailgate on the first generation Sequoias. We got the four-wheel drive 2001, and I had problems with the tailgate. First time around, I replaced this little latch right here, this whole assembly with the cable, with the junkyard piece. That did not work. So I put my original back in. So this is the original. Cleaned up real good inside. There was a lot of gunk in there with brake cleaner. Still didn't work. I had to return that piece. And as you can see, this is the original cable that came out. This part goes to the latch. This part goes to the handle. And as you can see, like a lot of people, I tried to shore up this area right here. This is some copper wire that I cut and used pliers to wrap around the cable. When I did that, that did not fix the problem either, because I would shore it up to a point where the handle would pull the cable up there, but you would not be able to lock the door because it was technically in a open latch position. And so whenever I hit the button on the key fob, it would beep back at me saying that it couldn't lock the tailgate. So I didn't have a locking tailgate for a while. But if I took off the pieces so that it could latch, so I removed a few of these, it would latch, it would lock, but then I couldn't open it with this stupid handle. So I resorted to opening up the window, turning the key to the unlock position, the window would go down and I can load things into the back from there, but that kind of limits you to what you can do. So what I found, I also skipped a step here. I also replaced this handle over there with a junkyard piece. And that didn't solve the problem. But then I realized that the junkyard handle was either worn or bent to the point where, I don't know if I can show you this here. This is the junkyard handle that I got. And I don't know if you can see this, but the difference in space between this piece right here and that piece right there is literally like maybe 1/8 of an inch. And that's not how a new latch looks. It's also kind of bent over there. I'm not really sure why. But that's not how a new latch looks. If you can see the spacing over there. Okay. What I got in here is a brand new latch. I'm sorry, a brand new handle from Advanced Auto Parts. I think it's a Dorman unit. And if you could see over here, the difference in space between where the ball of this cable is, I don't know if I can show you, but right there, okay, the difference in space between that and the other part of the handle is about 1/2 to 5/8 of an inch. Okay, and that's in its released position. So that's in its released position, that's in its released position, and there is a huge difference. And that matters because this is a new cable that I bought. See, it's made in China, so this is a Dorman unit as well from Advanced Auto Parts. I'm going to leave that in there because I don't want to put this back in there. So I'm going to leave that in there. It looks tighter. I don't know if it actually is tighter, but it looks tighter. And the new door handle is very important because it needs to have a good resting position so that when you close the tailgate, it latches onto here. This latch has to latch onto here, and this has to be open like that. Okay, if you push it in there, you know, pull that part that way, it'll lock. You don't want that. You want it to be like that when it's closing. You need a handle that can keep that position, keep that cable position so that this is open when you close it. And also, when you're ready to lift the handle over here, it needs to have enough swing. And the swing is determined by this whole setup right here. The spring, these parts, they can't be bent, they can't be stretched. They have to be in the right position. The new latch, hey baby, the new door handle is, I don't know if I can do this with one finger, but the new door handle actually starts like that. And then it goes like that when it's fully opened. My cat is jealous that I'm talking to other people. Sorry. Yeah, so you need that full swing of a new and properly functioning handle in order for this whole system to work in every position. So if you're having problems, it's closing but it's not locking, it's locking but it's not opening, it's opening but it's not closing, I don't know what other variables you might have, but you need to check various parts of this mechanism. I can say I've never had such a problem with a door lock mechanism. I've been working on cars for like 20 years. I never had an issue like this. I don't know if it's just because I went into the game trying to be cheap, thinking that, you know, one little used part might solve my problems, but that didn't work. So there's also a cover that goes over here. I don't know where it is right now. I think it's in there. But so my issues were this cable, kind of, but also that door latch. that door handle. Now, some of you might have a problem with this part. There's a lot of stuff going on in there. There's some electronics. Used junkyard part did not work for me. I had to buy a new part from Toyota. And let me tell you something. This is a 2001. It's 2024. And it's still quite a bit of change. Okay, this new part from Toyota. This was $93 online from the local Toyota website. But I will mention that when you buy this, it does not come with the electronics. So if you want to go this route, you're going to have to swap over some parts. It comes with this electronic part, but there's a thick black harness, and at this point I'm not really sure where it goes to. But if you want to buy this part, just know that, with this part number, just know that this is what you're going to get. You're going to get your door latch mechanism, but it's not going to come. Where is it? Okay, it's like deep in there. I don't want to take it out, but I don't know if you can see, but over here somewhere, yeah, like right there where I'm pointing, there's a harness that goes in there, and it's for something. Might be the door lock or whatever, but it's part of this whole black thing, and that whole black thing did not come with this, even though I spent $93 on it. Okay, there's supposed to be a whole black thing over here, and it's not there. So you're gonna have to do some transferring and stuff. But if you want to know if it's this, I would say just test it, plug everything up, press the lock and unlock buttons, make sure this is open, like in this position where there's like a space here. Close it down, try to lock it. If it locks, if it unlocks, and it closes into there, then that's probably not your problem. Although, when you do this job, you might want to absolutely clean the crap out of this thing, because these things, they accumulate rust, they accumulate gunk. I use brake parts cleaner, like I said, and I sprayed some lubricant in there. I think the proper way to finalize this repair is to put some grease in there, silicone grease. Just stuff a whole bunch of it in there so it keeps sliding like it should. And when you do all that, run it through a few cycles to get all the lubricant and brake parts cleaner all throughout the mechanism in there. And that's about it. I'm not sure if this repair was successful, but if it is, it'll be posted to my channel. And obviously, if you're seeing it, then that means it was successful. Thanks for watching. Like and subscribe.